LHS on Control Systems Laboratory. In this video, we will see the digital simulation of lead compensator design. Coming to the title, digital simulation of lead compensator design. Coming to the aim of the experiment, a unity feedback system has a open loop transfer function g of s is equal to k by s into s plus 1. Design lead compensator by MATLAB simulation for the system so that the static velocity error constant kV is 50 and the phase margin is greater than or equal to 45 degrees. So open loop system they gave, and we need to design a lead compensator in such a way we will get the desired phase margin will be 45 degrees greater than or equal to 45 degrees. So first we need to cross check what is the actual phase margin is there for this open loop system. We need to cross check what is the actual value of phase margin is there, and then we'll start how we will get the desired phase margin, that is the 45 degrees, by introducing this lead compensator. How to find the poles and zeros we will see. First we need to cross check for the open loop system. If we observe the open loop transfer function k by s into s plus 1 is there, so we need to identify the value of k. For identifying the value of k system k, already they gave the static velocity error constant. They gave the static velocity error constant kV is 15. By using this kV, we can identify the system gain k. And for that system, first we will see what is the actual phase margin is there. Yeah, coming to the theoretical calculations, the given open loop system is there, and already they gave the static velocity error constant kV value is there 15. This is the 15. Yeah, how to find the kV means limit s tends to 0, s into g of s into h of s. Now we know the g of s is the open loop transfer function, h of s is unity feedback. So if we substitute the values, so ss will get cancelled here, and limit s tends to 0. If we substitute 0, then k we are getting as a 15. System gain k value is 15. So if we substitute here, then we are getting the transfer function as 15 by s into s plus 1. That is our open loop system. So now for this open loop system, we need to draw the Bode plot, and we will check what is the actual value of phase margin is there. First, we need to cross check what is the actual value of phase margin. Yeah, coming to the open loop transfer function, this is the open loop transfer function. And now we need to find the without compensator case open loop system. So numerator will be the 15. Numerator element is 15, and denominator coefficients, if we observe here, the highest square is s square. S square coefficient is 1. S square coefficient is 1, and then s power 1 coefficient is also 1, and s power 0 coefficient, we are not having any s power 0 term, so 0. We are not having any s power 0 term, so 0. This is the numerator and denominator. Once if we know the numerator and denominator, we can frame the transfer function. For this transfer function, we are applying the Bode plot. We are applying the Bode plot. On that Bode plot, we are placing a title, Bode plot for uncompensated system. Actual system, what is the data we need to cross check? Title of Bode plot for uncompensated system. And from graph, we are finding the gain margin, phase crossover frequency, gain crossover frequencies. But we are concentrating on phase margin. What is the actual value of phase margin and how to get the 45 degrees, we will see. So if we run this program in the MATLAB, then we need to check what is the actual value of phase margin. Now we'll see the simulation for this uncompensated system. Directly I will copy the program from this slide. This is an uncompensated system, and coming to the MATLAB, we'll open the new script file, that is the editor, and here we are copying the program. On the first line with the CLC. It will clear the command window, any previous data and all. Now we will save the file. Yeah, if we run also directly, it will save the file. Let it be the same name. Yeah, now we saved the file and it is running the program, and you can check all data is coming in the command window. Command window, numerator, denominator, this the transfer function is there. 15 by s square plus s, this is our open loop transfer function. For this, we need to identify what is the actual value of a phase margin. Graph will come. Yeah, graph came, and from graph we need to cross check what is the actual value of phase margin is there. On top of this, the magnitude plot, and the down one is the phase plot. Go to the characteristics. Yeah, now you can check. What is the actual value of phase margin is there? 14.7 degrees. For the open loop system, the phase margin is 14.7 degrees, but our desired value is 45 degrees. Our desired value is 45 degrees. And one more thing, this open loop system also stable, but we are not getting the desired phase margin. For this, now we are using a lead compensator. For this, now we are using a lead compensator, and we will get the desired phase margin. That we will see how we are getting this value. Now, if you observe, the system requires the phase margin of 45 degrees, but the available phase margin is only 14.7 degrees. So we are using a lead compensator to get the desired phase margin. Right. So now we are adding a additional 5 degrees of phase lag to add the compensate lead, not the lag, lead, introduced by the lead compensator. So we are taking a few data, that is a gamma n, gamma d, where gamma is the phase margin equal to 180 plus 5gc. This phase margin you can represent with n gamma, and 5gc is the phase angle at gain crossover frequency. We are finding the phase margin from the Bode plot means 180 plus 5gc. 5gc is the phase angle at gain crossover frequency. Gamma is the phase margin, and we are assuming this gamma suffix n is the phase margin of the compensated system. Phase margin of the compensated system. And gamma d is the desired phase margin. Gamma d is the desired phase margin, that is the 45 degrees. Desired phase margin. In the question they are asking, we need to design a lead compensator in such a way that we will get the phase margin will be 45 degrees greater than or equal to 45. So that is the desired phase margin gamma d. So we are taking gamma n is equal to gamma d plus epsilon. This epsilon we can take any value, but generally we will take 5 degrees. If it is satisfying, then it's okay. If it's not satisfying, and again we will take gamma value, we'll increase that value, and we will check. Finally, we need to get the desired value. Gamma n is equal to gamma d plus epsilon. What is the desired phase margin is 45, and this 14.7 is the actual phase margin what we are finding from the uncompensated system plus 5. That means previously we simulated this open loop system, and from this system we are getting the phase margin of original system is 14.5. So that one we are placing here, that is 45 minus 14.7 plus 5. Lag compensator, we are adding the old phase margin, but coming to the lead compensator, here it is a minus. Lead compensator is a minus 45 minus 14.7 plus 5. So we are getting gamma n as a 35.3 degrees. This gamma n is nothing but a phase margin only. So if gamma n is the phase margin, then with respect to this one, what is the phase angle at gain crossover frequency? How much is there? We need to cross check. For getting this phase margin, what is the phase angle at gain crossover frequency? We need to cross check, right? That is the 5GCN. At this phase angular gain crossover frequency, what is the omega GCN frequency? How much is it? That also need to cross check. So we know already phase margin is 180 plus 5GC. Now we know the phase margin. What is our phase margin? 35.3. So from this, if we substitute 35.3, we will get the 5GC value. That one we are taking as a 5GCN. So 5GCN is equal to phase margin minus 180. So we are getting as a minus 144.7. Now in the phase plot, now in the Bode plot, that phase plot, we need to cross check what is the frequency is there at this angle. What is the frequency is there at this angle? We need to cross check from the graph. We will see in the graph that value minus 144.7. Already graph is there. In this phase plot, we need to cross check where the angle will be minus 144.7. At this point, what is the frequency is there? If you observe here, the phase angle is minus 134 is there. We'll move that one. 138, 139 minus 140 minus 144.7. 144.7, right? Yeah, minus 144.7. That angle we need to identify. Minus 144.7 means, yeah, almost it will come as a 1.4 frequency. You can observe phase angle is minus 144.7, that is almost mirror to minus 145. So the frequency you are getting as a 1.44. So at this angle, what is the frequency is there? 1.44, right? That is the from the Bode plot, the frequency corresponding to the phase angle. From the Bode plot, the frequency corresponding to the phase angle minus 144.7 is 1.4 radians per second. So this is the phi GCN, phase angle at new gain crossover frequency. Phase angle at new gain crossover frequency. At this point, what is the frequency is there? Gain crossover frequency is 1.4 radians per second. 1.4 radians per second. Right. And once if we know this data, then you need to identify the alpha value. Once if we know the alpha and once if we know the alpha and omega GCN, then we can identify the time constant. Once if we know the time constant, we can design the lead compensator. Yeah. Once if you know the phi m, then you can identify the alpha, that is sine phi m is equal to 1 minus alpha by 1 plus alpha. What is this phi m? Phi m is the phase angle. That means the previous slide we are finding the gamma m. This angle 35 degrees we are taking as a phi m. This 35.3 we are taking as a phi m. So if we substitute this one, sine 35.3 is equal to 1 minus alpha by 1 plus alpha. So sine 35.3 will give as a 0.5778 into 1 plus alpha equal to 1 minus alpha. If we simplify this term, then you are getting alpha as a 0.268. Alpha as a 268. Once if we know the alpha, then we can design the what is the location of pole and zero in a lead compensators. Once if we know the alpha, then we can find the location of pole and zero in a lead compensator. Right. So coming to the dB magnitude corresponding to the omega m. At this alpha, what is the magnitude is there? We need to cross check. At this alpha, what is the dB magnitude is there? We need to cross check. Right. That is minus 20 log of 1 by root of alpha. So already we know the alpha value. We are substituting. Then we are getting minus 5.71. This is the dB magnitude. So now we need to cross check. For getting this dB magnitude, what is the frequency is there? For getting this dB magnitude, that means this is the magnitude plot. From the magnitude plot, we need to cross check. For getting this value, magnitude, for getting this gain, what is the frequency we need? That we need to cross check from the graph. So is minus 5.71. We will see in the graph. Minus 5.71. We'll open the graph. Yeah, it's the magnitude plot. In this magnitude plot, we need to cross check here. Magnitude is there. That magnitude will be minus 5.71. At that magnitude, what is the frequency? At the dB magnitude, what is the frequency? So negative value moving. Yeah, now we are getting the negative value. Now 5.71. 5.71. So almost we are getting as a 5.3 radians per second. So at this magnitude, what is the frequency? Means 5.3 radians per second, around 5.7, yeah, 5.35 or 5.34, like that you can take 5.71, right? Yeah, this is the dB magnitude. At this dB magnitude, from the Bode plot of the uncompensated system, open loop system, uncompensated system, we are finding the frequency. We are finding the frequency at this gain is 5.3 radians per second. 5.3 radians per second. Once if we know this omega n value, once if we know this omega n value, and if we know the alpha, then we can design the lead compensator. What is the lead compensator transfer function? Means alpha into 1 plus s tau by 1 plus s alpha tau, where tau is the time constant, either t or tau. Now how we are finding that tau means time constant tau is equal to 1 by omega n into alpha. Now already we know this one 5.3 and alpha is there. If we substitute 1 by 5.3 into root of 0.268, we are getting the tau value, time constant. Now we know the time constant, we know the alpha. We will substitute the values, which is the lead compensator equal to alpha value 0.268 into 1 plus S into tau, which tau is 0.364 into S by 1 plus S into alpha tau. So 0.364 into 0.268, which will give as a 0.097. So this is the lead compensator. Now after adding a lead compensator, again you need to cross check whatever the phase margin, whether you are getting the desired phase margin or not. We need to cross check this one. Need to cross check. Previously for uncompensated system, original system, we already identified we are not getting the desired phase margin. So after adding a lead compensator, we need to cross check now. Coming to the programming part, this is the open loop system and this is the compensator transfer function. This is the compensator system. If you observe the block diagram here in compensator, alpha into is this is the alpha into this transfer function numerator by denominator is there, and here also 1 by alpha is there. So this alpha and here alpha will get cancelled. This alpha and here alpha will get cancelled, and remaining part we need to write the coding part. For the remaining terms, we need to write the coding part. First, we will represent the open loop system and then compensator, and then we will apply the Bode plot for system and we will see. So first coming to the open loop system, numerator is the 50, and coming to the denominator, highest power is s square, coefficient is 1, and then s power 1 coefficient is 1, and s power 0 coefficient is 0. And transfer function of numerator by denominator is the open loop system. With this open loop system is the G of S. And now we need to enter the compensator system. Compensator system transfer function, numerator 1. Here the highest power is s power 1. S power 1 coefficient is 0.364. And next is s power 0, 1. So this is the numerator 1 coefficient. And coming to the denominator. Coming to the denominator, here the s power 1 coefficient is 0.0976. And next s power 0 coefficient is 1. So this is the numerator 1 and denominator 1. So by using these two, we can frame this system 1. Here SYS is the original system, open loop system. SYS 1 is the compensator system. Compensator transfer function. Now if you observe, these two are in series. These two are in cascade. So directly, we are after cascading, we are getting a new transfer function that we are assuming as a SYS2. So SYS2 is equal to series of existing system, comma, that is open loop system, comma, compensated system transfer function, GC of S, SYS, comma, SYS1. So for this system, we are applying the Bode plot. We are applying the Bode of SYS2. And for this, the title we are placing as a Bode plot for compensated system. And from this system, we need to identify what is the actual. Now, what is the new gain margin? What is the new phase margin we are getting? Whether we are getting the desired value or not, we need to cross check now. Now we will see the simulation. I will copy the program from this slide directly. And this is the with the compensator case. Previously, we've seen without compensator. Yeah, we'll open the new tab, CLC, and then paste the program. We'll save. Let it be same name. And now we'll run the program. The transfer function, each and everything data will come, each and every line, and we'll see the graph. Yeah, it came already. Now you can check the graph. What is the new gain margin, new phase margin is there. Yeah, now you can check the phase margin. What is the phase margin now we are getting? 45.9. What is our desired value? Greater than or equal to 45. So we are getting the 45.9, which is same as our desired value. And closed loop system is stable. New system also stable. Right? Previously for open loop system, if we observe, we are getting the system is stable, but we are not getting the phase margin. Desired phase margin is not there. Now we improved the phase margin to the our desired value. Right. This is the lead compensator, and if you observe how we are finding omega GCN and all previously from graph. Yeah, first we are finding the actual phase margin. Finding the actual phase margin. By using this actual phase margin, we are finding the phase angle. What is the phase angle we need? That means after assuming this gamma n, gamma d, epsilon substituting, what is the new value of phase angle at gain crossover frequency is there? That is minus 144.7. At that point, what is the frequency is there? Now by using this value, again we are finding the alpha. Once if we are identifying the alpha, then again we are finding the magnitude. So with respect to that magnitude, what is the frequency is there? With respect to this magnitude, what is the frequency is there? At that frequency, we are finding the time constant. At that frequency, we are finding the time constant 5.3 into. Once if we know the time constant and alpha, we are designing the pole and zero location. This numerator term will give the zero and denominator term will give the pole. By using this one, we can get the desired phase margin. This is the with compensator case. In with compensator case, we are getting the desired phase margin. This is the with compensator case diagram. You can observe 45.9. 45.9. System is stable. Previous without compensator also system is stable, but we are not getting the desired value. And coming to the conclusion result, it is found that the phase margin of the compensated system is 45.9 degrees and the static velocity error constant. By using this value only, we are getting the desired phase margin. But the system is, both the systems are stable. Both the systems are satisfying all the requirements as well as the relative stability. Thank you.